Yeah, I mean, I thought obviously we put together a 40-minute performance on both ends, and that's kind of been what we've been lacking. We've had some great games. Obviously, on the defensive end, we've had some games where we've been good on the offensive end, but to put together a performance like this, where we were both good on both ends, you can see the kind of team that we are still capable of being. And I think that's what excites me. You know, we still have a lot of games left, and we're still improving. A lot of teams at this point, you know, are just trying to maintain. We're still improving, and I think that is, you know, obviously a really good thing. I also want to just shout out our players. You know, after we played Middle Tennessee and it was a tough loss, you know, we gave them some tough criticism just in terms of, you know, what we needed to do better offensively. You know, and as coaches, we looked inside ourselves to try to get better as well. But, you know, I'm proud of our players. I thought that they took that to heart. I thought today we executed with the type of pace and intention that we need to have on the offensive end, and you could see it pay off for us.
The 21 points in the first quarter was the most since UTEP in the first quarter. How important was it to get off to that fast start with Western Kentucky here?
Yeah, I think that helped us tremendously. It really, you know, gave us confidence. We found good shots. We knocked them down. And then you put that on top of holding them to 6 points. I mean, it certainly put us in a great position to start the game. And, you know, we just kind of were able to maintain it from there.
Michaela, you got off to a fast start, 22 points tonight. What was working for you?
I would just have to give all the credit to my teammates, getting me the ball in the right spots, and we really created off our defense. I think this was the best game that we've had thus far in transition, and that was from us getting stops on defense. So credit to the team for getting defensive stops and getting the ball out and getting transition buckets.
Was that something you and your teammates talked about, getting off to a fast start, knowing what happened up there a couple of weeks ago, make sure you get off to that good start and kind of make a little bit of a statement early on?
Yeah, this game was all about our pace, and we really wanted to turn it up a notch as far as pace go. So we talked about that all week with Coach and my teammates and stuff like that, and we went out there and got it done as far as pace. We looked really, really well.
Coach, you've been talking about working on the offense, getting some practice time, got a little bit of it this week. How much did that pay off?
Oh, it certainly paid off. We spent Tuesday almost completely dedicated to get it better offensively. You know, some of that is you're playing an opponent a second time, so you have some confidence that the team is familiar with them. You know, we also have a veteran team, so, you know, we know that we can prepare how we need to prepare in one day. And so really on Tuesday, we spent the majority of that day getting better, focusing on our pace, focusing on our screening, focusing on our timing, and you could certainly see that pay off.
How important was it to get into your bench, get some players, some more experience, and give the starters a bit of a break going into this second 3-game and 5-day stretch?
Yeah, I think it's twofold. I mean, certainly it's important for us to find minutes for some of our starters to sit and rest. They're playing too many minutes right now. But the more important thing is not only did our bench play, they produced. And, you know, that's really what we need. We have to be able to find minutes for some of those folks on the bench, and we need them to produce. You know, I was happy for Deja Lawrence. I think, you know, over the last couple weeks in practice, she is really improving. And then you could kind of see that starting to happen in games. And then today she played really well. You know, Cameron Roach played much better than she had been. And I think that's just a credit to her focusing on being better defensively. Angel Middleton came in and gave us some really good minutes, and she's been working her tail off to get herself in a position to help us. So, you know, again, we're getting bench minutes, but to get bench minutes and production is huge for us.
And to that point, too, I just want to add on, Coach, like, our team is super proud of our bench because of what they've done this entire season. Oftentimes, going through a season, it'll be super hard to kind of just watch your teammates just play, and then you're just sitting on the bench. But they bring it every day, whether that's cheering for us and once they get the opportunity to go out there and actually play, they showed out today. And I'm super proud of them, and I know the rest of the team is super proud of them as well.
That's what I was going to ask you. Scoring 22 points is fun, winning big is fun, but how much fun is it to watch your teammates on the bench get some solid minutes and that production Coach was just talking about?
It's super fun. Just being able to cheer them on like they cheer me on, and just watching all their hard work from the beginning of the season to now really show in a game. That's super exciting for them, and it's super exciting for me, too, just to see their growth and how much energy they can bring off the court and on the court.
Coach, talk about the crowd tonight. A good crowd for a Thursday night. Fans are starting to catch on. Fans are starting to come out and support, you know, crunch time, first place team. really good atmosphere in here tonight.
Yeah, great atmosphere here. I thought we had some students out, and shout out to our marketing team for, finding some ways to entice them to come out. But I thought we had great energy. I mean, and even throughout, sometimes when you're in a blowout, people will leave early, people stayed, they cheered. We're going to need that same type of energy the rest of the year in Halton Arena.
And then finally, Coach Marshall coming in here Saturday, another rematch from playing them a couple of weeks ago. We celebrate this one for a few minutes, but time to turn the page onto a good Marshall team.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, we beat them up at their place by the skin of our teeth. That was a really difficult game for us. Michaela missed that game. J-Mac was in foul trouble. There was just a lot of scrambling throughout that game to kind of survive, and we were able to get it to overtime and win. So we know what they're capable of doing. We know that they are a really tough team. They have a guard, who's one of the best guards in the league. So we're going to have to be on point, and certainly, hopefully today we can take some confidence from what we did.
Last one I want to get your thoughts on down at the bottom, team categories, 22-0 points off of turnovers committed by Western Kentucky, 36-14 advantage in the paint. A lot of big numbers down there that we haven't seen in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I thought our defense was really active today. Our defense is always solid. That's really, that's what I want us to be disciplined on defense. I want us to keep people in front of us, not go for a lot of steals, that type of thing. But we were very active today too. So it's not like we were shooting the passing lanes and getting undisciplined. We were just active with our hands. That led to a lot of deflections. Every time that they drove, we were getting our hands on the ball, and we were coming up with those 50-50 balls, and that's really what's important too. It's one thing to get the deflection. It's another thing to complete the play, get the ball, and go to the other end, and we were able to put all the pieces together.